Hello and welcome to Out of My Mind. My name is Robison Wells. Recently I was asked to go speak at a school on overcoming adversity. Normally when I go to speak to schools I talk on things like how to become a better writer or how to get the job that you want. And these guys, it was the end of the year, everyone was tired, and they didn't want to hear about that. They wanted to just hear about how to deal with life. So I told them the first big story about overcoming adversity in my life, which was that when I went to grad school, basically what happened is that I had a lousy undergrad degree. I got a degree in political science, thinking that maybe I would go be a lawyer, maybe that I'd go work for the CIA. None of those things really seemed to appeal to me upon graduation. I ended up getting a job in sales, and not only in sales, but I was selling wood. I was working for a wood wholesale company selling wood to lumber yards. Needless to say, I didn't love it, and it didn't really pay the bills very well. So I decided that I was going to go back to school and I was going to get my MBA and actually earn some money. I was very lucky when I took the GMAT test. I got a very good score, and this is the test that you take to get into business school. I got a very good score, and it kind of gave me, I could write my own ticket to whatever school I wanted to go to. I was very fortunate in that, and so I went to a school that was great, and they had a 97% job placement rate. They had an amazing average exit salary. Everything seemed really good about this school. When I entered this school, the stock market looked like this, and when I left school, the stock market looked like this. I couldn't find a job. Nobody could find jobs. That 97% job placement rate that I was talking about, my year that I graduated, it was in the 30s. And the average exit salary was just as bad. But I had to move out of student housing, and so my wife and my 3 kids and I, we moved back into my parents' house. I didn't have a job. I didn't know where I was going to be going. And I spent every day applying for jobs and writing cover letters and going to conferences and going to networking seminars, and it was absolutely horrible. But because of that, my brother came to me and he said, "Remember, before grad school, you used to write books and you stopped writing books. But why don't you write a book and come to this convention? I'll make a deal with you. If you have a book ready to sell, then I will take you to this convention and I will introduce you to all the agents and editors that I know." Now that's a big deal in publishing, because in publishing, as in business, it's not necessarily what you know, it's who you know. And so having all of these connections with agents and editors was going to be a great thing. The only 2 catches were that the book had to be 1, either science fiction or fantasy, which I was not well versed in, or 2, the book had to be done in 2 months. Well, long story short, that book turned out to be Variant. And eventually it sold, and not only did it sell, but it started to win awards, and it was named one of Publishers Weekly's best books of the year. And the important thing to know about that book is that I never would have written it if I had gotten a job. And so a big part of overcoming adversity is the recognition that a lot of the adversity that you are going through is actually a benefit to you in some ways. Not necessarily all of it, as I'll talk about in a minute, but a lot of the adversity that you're going through is actually helping you because it is making you find different paths and accomplish different things than what you originally wanted. Now, as for not all adversity doing that, I have mental illness, and I've got a lot of mental illness, and it is very difficult for me. And does the mental illness that I have make me a better writer? Is it making me have a better position in this world? Is it making me be a better father or a better husband? I don't think that it is. It's making me humble, I guess. But it's hard to find many other benefits to this than that. And so when I was giving this presentation to this school, one of the things that I kept running into was I was trying to find quotes about overcoming adversity, and one that I kept running into was, the only way to overcome hard luck is through hard work. And I thought, obviously this person doesn't know about schizophrenia, because there's only so much hard work that you can do to overcome schizophrenia, and the rest of it is just plugging away day after day, trying to keep your head above water. I found a quote that I like so much better, and it comes from St. Francis of Assisi, which he says, "First, do what is necessary, and then do what is possible, and soon you'll be doing the impossible." And I absolutely love that, because that goes to everything that I do. First off, do what is necessary. Do what you have to do. That is a hard thing, a hard lesson to learn, but that is the best that I can do sometimes, is do what I have to do. The second thing is do what is possible. Do what you have to do, but do a little bit more. And then third, you'll eventually find that you are accomplishing amazing things. You're doing the impossible. Maybe that's the same thing as the only thing that overcomes hard luck is hard work. Maybe what they mean by that is just every day you wake up and you do the very best that you can to do sometimes the bare minimum. And that is all you can do. Anyway, I think the point of it is that sometimes when we talk about overcoming adversity, we look at adversity like it is a bump in the road, that there is a beginning, a middle, and an end. And sometimes there is no middle and end. There's no end necessarily to me having schizophrenia. There's no cure to schizophrenia that I just need to eventually get there. Overcoming adversity in a lot of ways is just learning to deal with adversity and make yourself be successful at the same time that you're dealing with these things. So maybe instead of overcoming adversity, it's enduring adversity. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next week.